नमस्कार, मैं सृजन हूँ। मेरे साथ आप देख रहे हैं इंटरप्रेटर अनुष्का को, और अनुष्का इस सत्र को आप सभी के लिए साइन लैंग्वेज में इंटरप्रेट करेंगी। ई विद्या चैनल नंबर 10 पर, और साथ ही हमारे ऑफिशियल यूट्यूब चैनल NCERT ऑफिशियल और NCERT PM ई विद्या कक्षा 10 यूट्यूब चैनल पर CIT NCERT का लाइव इंटरैक्टिव सत्र प्रसारित किया जा रहा है। कक्षा 10 के बच्चों के लिए मैथमेटिक्स का टॉपिक जानेंगे, चैप्टर नंबर 2 इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ ट्रिग्नोमेट्री पार्ट 2। आप सब भी हमसे जुड़ सकते हैं। इसके लिए सबसे पहले आप हमारा कॉन्टैक्ट नंबर नोट कर लीजिए, ये है 8800440559। साथ ही आप हमें मेल लिख सकते हैं। इसके लिए लिखें dth.class10@cret.nic.in पर। हमारे वे सभी दर्शक जो हमें हमारे YouTube चैनल्स के ज़रिए देख रहे हैं, वे लाइव चैट बॉक्स ऑप्शन में भी अपने प्रश्न हमारे एक्सपर्ट से जान सकते हैं। चलिए अब आपको मिलवाते हैं हमारे एक्सपर्ट से, मिस्टर उज्जवल मिश्रा सर। नमस्कार, स्वागत है।
नमस्कार
सर। PGT हैं ज्ञाननंदा स्कूल से और हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं इस विषय को लेकर। तो सर, सबसे पहले पार्ट 1 में हमने क्या क्या सीखा, क्या बात की हमने रियल लाइफ एग्जांपल्स को लेकर?
इन पार्ट 1 व्हाट वी हैव डिस्कस्ड कि ट्रिग्नोमेट्री का एक्चुअल यूज़ कहाँ कहाँ है। ट्रिग्नोमेट्री हम ग्रेड 10 में फर्स्ट टाइम पढ़ते हैं, और ये ट्रिग्नोमेट्री हम अपने रियल लाइफ में किस तरीके से लाइक डेली टू डे लाइफ में एवरीवेयर वी आर यूजिंग इट knowingly or unknowingly.
Right.
Okay, so today what we are going to do is discuss about the numerical problems on the trigonometry.
Okay, so we'll take some examples to elaborate this topic to all of you. हम इस सत्र में एग्जाम्पल्स लेते हैं। हमने थ्योरी पर बात कर ली है, रियल लाइफ एग्जाम्पल्स पर बात कर ली है। तो अब देखते हैं एग्जामिनेशन पर्पस के हिसाब से कौन कौन से क्वेश्चंस आपको इस टॉपिक से रिलेटेड आ सकते हैं सर।
बिल्कुल। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द recap part. Okay, so what we have done in the last session, we have discussed about the 6 trigonometric ratio, like this sine, cosine, and tangent, cosecant, secant, and cotangent. Okay, and after that we have discussed about the relationship between the side and angles of the right angle triangle. Like right angle triangle, we have discussed it this as a right angle triangle, and so there is a hypotenuse and everything. We will discuss it today as well. And after that, types of triangle.
Okay.
Pythagoras theorem we have discussed in the last class, along with the trigonometric ratios. So today we are going to do the sums problems on it. Okay, so let's start with our first topic, the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so Pythagoras theorem we have already know about. हम जानते हैं that it's a relationship between the hypotenuse, perpendicular, and the base. Okay, so this if you see this is right angle, and opposite to the right angle is hypotenuse, and opposite to the angle what we are discussing is the perpendicular, and this is my base. So as here we need to find AC, that is perpendicular here in this triangle. So this if we are applying here, so hypotenuse we have 29.
Okay.
This is 29 square. Perpendicular, this is we have to find it out, and base, that is 21 square. Right?
Right.
So this 29 square, so this is 841. That's my suggestion to the students, like you all must know at least the square of 30. Every student need to like remember. So here it is adding, on the other side it will subtract. So 841 minus 441, that is p square, and p square that is equal to 400 and for finding P, we will take square root of it, and square root of 400 is 20. So, few student might, I have seen few student that they have a problem with to finding the square root as well.
So, is there any way to check our answer?
Yes, if you will do the square of like this 20 square, like if you do like this 20 square, this will give you 400.
Yes.
This 21 square, this will give you 441, and this 29 square, it will give you 841. What you will see that this is the sum of this.
Right. So, this is the way how you can check your answer.
Yes. And how to find the square root of the number is like you need to find the pair of it. Like here I am going to do this. For 400 it will be 2 multiplied by 2. Okay, and this again multiply by 2. You can find it out as, and when you will find the pair of it,
okay,
so you will take 2, 1 5 and 1 2, and this will give you 20. So
clear, sir. Yes.
So this is what all about the Pythagoras theorem. Here we are going to use in trigonometry. So the next topic is about the trigonometric ratio. We have already discussed in the last class. So let's take a quick recap on it. So this is a right angle triangle, hypotenuse, one is the base and the perpendicular.
Okay.
Okay, the very first one is the sine. So this sine, what it is written here, SINE. Sin. This is the full name, and sine, SIN, sine C. This is the abbreviation of it. So we use the abbreviation of sine, cos, and then tan, cosec, sec, and cot. For the full name, cotangent and secant, what you can see in this picture.
Okay.
Okay, and this gives what the relationship between the sides of a right angle triangle. Okay, so this, the very first one is we see sine theta, or theta basically this angle what you are seeing here, this is the theta, and what you pronounce is as a theta, theta. This is the to represent the angle, or you can represent it by the vertex as well. See.
Okay.
Okay, so sine theta is the ratio between the perpendicular and the base. Cosine theta, which is base upon hypotenuse, tangent, which is perpendicular upon base. Cosecant is hypotenuse upon perpendicular, and secant is your hypotenuse upon base, and cotangent is your base upon perpendicular.
So these are the opposites of sine, cos, and tan.
Yes. So it's a last time we have also discussed about the two way of learn, how to what is the way to learn it in a single way. Okay, so you see. Okay, so this is Pandit Badri Prasad हर हर बोले is the it's a एक हम इंडिया में हम यूज़ करते हैं, और एक अलग भी एक है आप सिंपल like so ka toa. Okay, this sign S represent for your sine, which is the ratio of opposite upon hypotenuse.
Okay.
Opposite means the angle which you are talking about. See here we have two acute angle, C and A, right?
Right.
So if we are talking about C, so my perpendicular is AB, right?
Right.
This is my perpendicular line. Okay, if we are talking about angle A, then my perpendicular will change to BC and my base will be AB.
Okay.
Okay, so it will change according to your angle what you are talking about. Okay, so sine is basically opposite. Sine gives me the opposite upon hypotenuse. C stands for cos. C
yes.
stands for cos, and which is adjacent upon hypotenuse. Adjacent means, like here we are talking about this angle theta, so this is my adjacent side.
Okay, clear.
This is my adjacent side. If I am talking about angle A, अगर मैं एंगल A के बारे में बात कर रहा हूँ तो मेरा एडजेसेंट साइड AB होगा, तो उस समय AB मेरा एडजेसेंट का काम करेगा.
ठीक है.
And T stands for tan theta, right? And which is opposite upon adjacent.
Okay,
Right?
right.
So this is also a you can say a short form to learn. So ka toa. Okay,
Very
and
nice.
opposite to that of it, sine cosecant. You see here cosecant. This is the opposite of sine. This is opposite of sine.
Yes.
This is opposite of cos, and this is opposite of tan. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So here basically trigonometric ratios gives me the relationship between the angle and the side of a right angle triangle.
Okay.
So let's take a short question on it to understand about it. So here we are given with secant theta. Okay, so here secant theta. Okay, so this is 13 upon 12. So whenever, basically this is what? This is the ratio. Okay, and secant theta gives me the relationship between
Hypotenuse and base.
hypotenuse and base. Exactly. So this is hypotenuse upon base, right? So here we have a ratio. See, this is exactly not the value of hypotenuse and the base. Basically 13 upon 12 is the ratio. So we have to assume,
Okay.
let hypotenuse is 13k and base, that is 12.
K is
K.
constant here?
K is the constant here.
Okay.
Yes. Basically, whenever you have the ratio and when you have to take the constant, you always take in some variable with it
Okay.
to take a constant number.
Clear,
Okay.
sir.
So again here Pythagoras theorem we are using, like hypotenuse square, that is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. Hypotenuse is 13k square perpendicular square plus 12k square. This is your 169k square p square plus 144k square. Right, here it is adding, so it will shift on the other side. Okay, this is also the point of error. Few students do the error while shifting, transposing this.
Yeah.
Okay, transposing
the
this number. So a student has to keep this in the mind that the term which you are transposing, here I am transposing 144. Here I have transposed 144. मैंने इसे transpose किया, इसे move किया है from left to right. Okay, so the sign of 144k square will get changed.
Yes.
ठीक है, and the rest everything will remain same. And when subtraction is there, it will be 25k square, and when we are finding a root, so this will be
5.
yes 25k square, and this will be 5k. Now here now I have hypotenuse, base and perpendicular width. Here the question is asking for calculate all trigonometric ratios, right? So we'll start with the sine theta. Sine theta, which is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. You see perpendicular is my 5 and hypotenuse is 13. Next is cos theta, which is base upon hypotenuse, and this is what, 12 upon, so 13 only. Tan theta, which is perpendicular upon base, which is 5 upon 12, and then opposite of sine is cosecant theta, cosec theta, which is hypotenuse upon perpendicular, that is 13 upon 5. And secant we have already have, and the opposite of 10 is cot theta, which is 12/5. So here is the one type of question which is generally comes in the examination.
Okay.
Okay, so let's move on to the next few points to be noted. So the position of a side changes when you consider angle A in place of C, that I have already discussed. Like here, if I'm talking about angle C, then my perpendicular will be this and base will become this. But if I'm talking about here angle A, so my perpendicular will be my perpendicular will be opposite of it and base will remains adjacent to it.
Clear, sir.
Okay, and the next important point is sine A. Sine A is basically the abbreviation used for the sine of angle A, and sine A is not the meaning of sine product of sine and A. A is basically the angle which we are talking about, or it is the ratio of the specific angle of a right angle triangle. Okay, so it is basically not a product of sine and angle A. Okay, so few more points are there. The value of trigonometric ratios of an angle do not vary with the length of the side of a triangle if the angle remains the same. Like this, it is about the similarity of a triangle. In the last session I have already discussed, like if we have a triangles of a different size but the angles are same,
okay,
then the ratio will not going to change. The ratio will remains the same. And this is something for the writing part. This is sine square A, this is sine square A, and this is cos square A. So we used to write like this only. We never write like this sine A whole square and cos A whole square. If I have to write the square of it, then I always write sine square A. This is correct. If I am writing sine A whole square, then this is incorrect. Okay.
Okay.
And this is theta. Here we have already done. Hypotenuse, we know that the longest side of a right angle triangle which is not going to change. The position of perpendicular and base is changed according to the angle what we are talking about.
Okay.
And the value of sine A and cos A is always less than 1. It is always less than 1. Why? Because the hypotenuse, we are dividing it by the largest side. If whenever we divide a smaller thing with the larger thing, we always get the value less than 1.
Yes.
Right. So that is why the cos A and the sine A value is, you will find always less than 1. But the tangent theta, you will find it greater as well.
Okay.
Okay. So each trigonometric ratio has a real number and has no unit. As we are, it is basically about the ratio, and we have already learned in the grade 7 and 8 that the ratio has no unit.
Yes.
Because we are dividing the same unit, same things, or the same unit numbers. So unit and unit get cancelled, right?
Yes. सो ये इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स हैं जो कि हमने नोट कर लिए हैं, और इनसे हम एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं कि एमसीक्यू के जब हमारे पास क्वेश्चंस आते हैं यहाँ पर भी हम पॉइंट गेन कर सकते हैं इन नोट्स के बेसिस पर. हमने चैप्टर नंबर 2 पढ़ा है, इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ ट्रिग्नोमेट्री पार्ट 2. आपने पाइथागोरस थ्योरम भी पढ़ ली है और आपने ये सभी वैल्यूज़ कैलकुलेट करना भी सीख लिया है. सो आई एम श्योर एग्जामिनेशन पर्पज़ से आपके लिए एक वैल्यूएबल सेशन रहा. हम सेशन को यहाँ पर रैप अप करते हैं और धन्यवाद करते हैं. हमारे साथ हैं सर मिस्टर उज्ज्वल मिश्रा, पीजीटी हैं सर मैथमेटिक्स विषय के, ज्ञानंदा स्कूल से हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं. सर नमस्कार, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. बता दें आपको कुछ अन्य जानकारियाँ. पहली जानकारी आपकी पाठ्य पुस्तकों से संबंधित है. कक्षा 4 और कक्षा 7 के लिए नई किताबें अमेज़ॉन, फ्लिपकार्ट और NCERT की ऑफिशियल वेबसाइट पर उपलब्ध है. आप इन सभी प्लेटफॉर्म से घर बैठे बैठे अपनी किताबें मंगवा सकते हैं. अन्य प्रसारित होने वाले सत्रों की एक झलक भी आपको दिखा दें. कुछ ही देर में ऑनलाइन ट्रेनिंग सत्र होगा, समय 4 से 5 का रहेगा और बात होगी बिल्डिंग सस्टेनेबल OER इकोसिस्टम को लेकर. 5 बजे समय रहेगा सहयोग सत्र का और इसे चैनल नंबर 6 से चैनल नंबर 12 तक प्रसारित किया जाएगा. बात होगी नेचुरल एनवायरनमेंट एंड वेलनेस अ फॉरगॉटन कनेक्शन को लेकर. आज विशेष सत्र 5:30 से 6:15 तक भी प्रसारित किया जाएगा चैनल नंबर 6, 9 और 12 पर। ये NCSL नीपा का सत्र होगा। विषय जान लीजिए, ये है आनंदम पाठ्यचर्चा उत्तराखंड के प्राथमिक विद्यालय में भावनात्मक नेतृत्व को लेकर। हमारे ये सभी विषय और ये सभी कार्यक्रम आप ई-विद्या चैनल्स पर और साथ ही हमारे ऑफिशियल यूट्यूब चैनल पर लाइव और आफ्टर लाइव देख सकते हैं। इस पूरे सत्र को इंटरप्रेट करने के लिए अनुष्का आपका भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करते हैं। आप सभी जुड़े रहें। मैं चाहूँगी आप सभी से अनुमति। नमस्कार।